Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports. Alongside Peter Vera, I'm Charlie McGraw, and we are here at Rhinebeck High School for, believe it or not, our first baseball game of the season, as it is May 1st. But Peter, the weather was bad, and now with the weather being good here on May 1st, it's about 75 degrees. We're ready for some baseball as the 10-5 Rhinebeck Panthers take on the 7-7 Pawling Tigers.
That's correct, Charlie. This is our first game here. It's been a while that we've been waiting for a baseball game. We've had a few softball, lacrosse, and everything, but this is our first Rhinebeck baseball game, and we're looking forward to see Rhinebeck continue that hot streak of winning here and seeing if they can win here on their first home game on LMC TV.
And we'll get to see a prodigy on the mound, Evan Dunn, younger brother of Olivia Dunn, star pitcher on the softball team. So when we get back, we'll have the first pitch here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Peter Vera, I'm Charlie McGraw. Our first baseball game of the year, and Evan Dunn pitching from the stretch, even though it's first batter of the game, and a strike fouled off by Brian Beeler from Pawling. And yesterday, Rhinebeck lost at KO 22-2. Be tough, Peter, for them to see how they'll answer that today.
Yeah, it was a tough loss yesterday, Charlie, and hopefully they can bounce back big time here. They have a good record here so far, but let's see how they bounce back after that tough loss.
So that was on the road, and Beeler hits one to center field, and it's a base hit. First batter, and taking a bad step there was Beeler as he came up limping, but he's on first and he'll be okay. So Beeler, a base hit, and as it was played in center field.
He stepped on that bag pretty awkwardly there, Charlie.
By Colin Kelly for Rhinebeck to hold them just to a single. And they'll check on the runner, Will Evan Dunn, and he'll be safe. Always good to make sure the runner knows you know he's there.
That's right.
Just high, ball one. Want to know, see how the strike zone is. That pitch looked good from, although we're pretty kind of far away. The angle here in the stands. Strike, low on the corner. The way the field is with the houses and stuff, that they don't have the best bleacher setup.
That's right.
Closest, like the away bleachers, is kind of on a tough little angle, and then the best bet is to bring a lawn chair, like most of the parents do.
Yeah, that's right. They're almost near the goal area over there.
And he's going, and the throw is into center field and backed up by two players. It got by the first backup. That was a good throw, but it was just out of reach. That's a stolen base. It's not an error on the catcher. Jack Sheldon. So Sheldon's throw so it's a stolen base after the base hit by Beeler, and he's on second as it was backed up by the second baseman. As that's a ball. 2-2 as that was a strike on the pitch that he ran on.
That's right, Charlie.
And then backed up by Michael Colasanti, and he strikes him out, swinging. So one away, Evan Dunn comes back with a K, and here comes the three-hitter Jack Goldiner, with Beeler on second after the stolen base and the single. Hunter takes a big lead there.
That's right.
Wants to score on that base hit for sure.
Pawling wants to start off tough.
That's good for Rhinebeck, because if it's a line drive or, if it's a hard line drive at the shortstop or second, you can double them off.
That's right. Or even near the outfield area too. Somebody catches it. You might have a position.
And he's going to third. And Maselli's throw, not in time. Another stolen base. So Beeler, pretty fast and got a good read there, and he stole both. And Maselli's got a good arm and made a nice play. And he got it over, actually, excuse me, not Maselli.
Sheldon.
Yeah, Sheldon makes a good throw and gets it over to the third baseman, Tamucci, but Beeler beat it. As Coach Joe Carlucci realigns his outfielders. And nice block by Jack Sheldon. Huge play because they got a big backstop, and especially with the speed of the leadoff hitter Beeler, he probably could have went there.
That's right.
If it got by Sheldon. Sheldon is a rare catcher leadoff hitter, but he's one of their best players by far. And that's ball 4. So Dunn walks Jake, the 3-hitter, Jake Goliner, and it'll be first and third for Tyler Schlib, the first baseman. And this is a big spot here for Evan Dunn because it's the first inning, and you don't. If he scores, Beeler scores. That's okay, 1 run, but you don't want to give up more than 1 or 2 runs.
Especially with that tough loss yesterday, too. You don't want to start off really bad today.
It's true. Ball outside. Ball again, low. Just missing, but he's missing it. What do you got to do? What does Evan Dunn got to do here? Just take a deep breath, Peter? Or?
I think he does. He needs to relax a bit.
Strike. 2-1, and he did, and was able to get that strike. Just trying. That's a perfect spot. So he's just got to. I mean, you don't want to put it in the exact same spot, but you got to be just to do what he did on that pitch. And he'll hit one foul towards us. They'll go out of play. We're good. Off the tree and on the netting here. And it'll be a 2-2 count, so a good comeback so far. He was down 2-0, and now it's a 2-2 count with first and third, 1 out here on LMC Varsity Sports. Alongside Peter Vera, I'm Charlie McGraw as we have our first baseball game of this season here on May 1st, Rhinebeck against Pawling. And Pawling is looking to score first in the top of the first, as it'll be a full count now to Tyler Schlib with Jake Golinez on first and Brian Beeler, who got a base hit and stole second and third on third. Strike 3, nice pitch by Dunn, and he gets the second out of the inning. Huge pitch and bat to come back when it was 2-0. That'll bring up the 5-hitter, Javier Santiago, third baseman.
What a good out that was for Evan Dunn there, Charlie. So crucial. He needed that out right there.
And that'll be foul. Maselli was all over it, but it was foul. 0-2 now. So 0-2 here as Dunn looks to get out of the inning with no runs. And there was a man on third with 1 out. Because he stole the base with 1 out. He stole second with no outs.
That's right.
After the leadoff hitter, Beeler. Santiago takes ball
Jack
1.
Sheldon really working out here in the first inning.
Definitely, he saved 2 or 3 runs. And the runner goes, taking the pitch. Sheldon throws it down, and he's out! So good throw by Jack Sheldon to throw out the runner, Javier Golanez at second base, and it'll strand the runner. So no runs after Dunn had a man on third with just one out. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, and it's not often a catcher leads off, but Sheldon will lead off after gunning out the runner and saving the run on a couple pitches in the dirt before that, and then he throws out the runner, but he'll pop it up, and it'll be the second baseman under it, and that's a quick one pitch, one out for Tommy Pawling, as making the catch at second was Jake Golaner, who walked, and that, actually, Golaner was the one who was thrown out at second.
That's right.
Trying to steal. So, one pitch, one out for Colin Kelly, who's up now. That's Sheldon FO4. And he's that's lefty, throws righty. Yeah, that's just out of play. No man's land. I think that just left they would have had to straddle the line there.
Yeah.
Would have been close to foul as it went to the
Near the area where the people are sitting on their chairs over there.
1-1
you mentioned
count
before. Way outside.
2-1. That one grounded foul. 2-2 count to Kelly. So Colin Kelly, the center fielder, has a 2-2 count on him, and he will good take by Kelly. Full count now. It was a close pitch, but it was outside. So far, the umpire strike zone looks pretty good. Still just the bottom of the first. And good job by Kelly to stay alive, fouling it off. After Sheldon's one pitch at bat, it's good for the guys on the bench who are waiting their turn to come up to see some more pitches here.
That's
and
right.
Kelly's doing exactly that, as that was the sixth pitch is fouled off. So 7-pitch walk for Colin Kelly, and Rhinebeck has their first base runner of this beautiful afternoon.
It's very beautiful. It's about time there, Charlie, that we have good weather like this, and this is baseball weather right here. Get the sunscreen out, sunglasses. Bring the kids to see America's favorite pastime.
And that ball is ripped in the gap by the number 3 hitter, Brian Scott, the shortstop. And Coach Carlucci will send the runner home, and he will be safe. Standing up and advancing on the throw to third is Brian Scott. So an RBI double for Brian Scott, and Colin Kelly scores. First pitch swinging. A good piece of hitting there, Peter.
That's right. Brian Scott raked that one into the left center field in that gap, and Colin Kelly was running, and Carlucci waved him home. He was running on the horses there, and Rhinebeck doesn't want to waste time here as well. Pawling showed their capability of running early in this game, and another base hit.
A base hit for Anthony Maselli. First pitch swinging again. So 3 batters, and they all first swung at the first pitch, as Maselli gets the RBI. And after Brian Scott had the RBI double, but Sheldon popped out on the first pitch, and then Kelly had the 7-pitch at bat, and then first pitch swinging by Scott and Maselli there. Connor Ligori up for Rhinebeck, the DH. hitting for the left fielder, Tom Birmingham. And in high school, any player can DH for any player. You can use one DH for any position player or the pitcher, whoever you want.
That's
and
right.
so Tom Birmingham is playing left field, and Connor Ligori is DHing for Birmingham, who's not hitting. And that'll be a base hit for Ligori, the DH. And Maselli takes a short turn and will stay at second. And it'll be first and second with one out. 2-0 Rhinebeck, as they are looking to win their 11th game of the season and turn it around after yesterday's bag loss to KO.
That's right.
22-2, as Rhinebeck will bring up their six hitter, Evan Dunn, the pitcher, looking to help his own cause with strike one. Dunn will pop it up, foul. So it'll be 0-2 to Evan Dunn, the pitcher. It's big if you could get one of those 2 runs on first and second home. Give Dunn a 3-0 lead. It was a good curveball as Dunn thought it was going to hit him, and it went right back into the zone, but it was high. 1-2. Fooled him. But not where it hurt him. As Dunn foul down the third baseline. Still 1-2. In the dirt, and that'll be hit the ground, so wild pitch. Yeah, wild pitch. So second and third as Maselli moves up and Ligori moves up.
Got 2 runners in scoring position. 1 out.
Strike 3, done. Looking. 2 away for Pawling, and Michael Colasanti, the second baseman, will come up with men on second and third and 2 outs.
Bit outside.
1-0. Colasanti, the 7 hitter, here in the bottom of the first. 1-1. This one is hit towards the first base sign, and the first baseman won't be able to make the play as it drops in. He never touched it, kind of misplayed it, but it's a hit. Because
Probably be a hit.
Because he didn't
The sun was a
touch
little
his
bit in
glove,
yeah.
and they misplayed it. I mean, if you gave an error, you'd give it to the first baseman because he was camped under it. But he never touched it, so it's a friendly 2 RBI base hit, and Rhinebeck will take it. That is huge. Because that, instead of ending the inning 2-0, it's now 4-0.
4-0, that's
and
right.
They're still up.
With Matt.
Safe, stolen base for Michael Colasanti.
With Matt Galstian at the plate. Right fielder.
Galston, yeah. Matt Galston, the right fielder, the 8 hitter. And if he gets on, the 9 hitter, Tamucci. Kevin Tamucci will come up. Strike. ball. 2-1 now. First pitch was a ball. They stole the base on. So a 2-1 count.
To Matt Galston.
2-2.
Swung on, missed. 2-2 now. To Galston. With
Colasanti
on second. Good pitch fooled him as he ducked down, but it wasn't really close to him.
No.
It was inside, but another curve there. 3-2 now. Full count. Colas. Strike 3 right down the middle. So that'll end the inning.
And Rhineck will get 4 runs on 4 hits. The big blow being the double by Brian Scott. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. First pitch
Is a strike right down the middle
from Evan Dunn following the 4-run inning for the Panthers. And I just have to take off a batting glove, as the umpire said it's distracting underneath his glove because it looks like the ball, it's white.
That's right. And varsity, you can't, or any JV modified, you can't have many things like jewelry, like people also do in professional sports.
Swung on and missed. Santiago gets another chance after the caught stealing for Jake Goliner. I think it was a full count.
It would have been a full count if he, which was a weird time to steal because he would have went going as there was 2 outs. So he stole on the 2-2 ball and they threw him out. And the next pitch he would have went anyway. So
that's
it's
right.
A little weird.
A couple errors.
Not physical errors, but mental errors so far. That and the ball, the communication, no communication on that play that led to the 2 runs.
That dropped in front of the first baseman. That Colasanti hit. Dropped in front of the
first baseman on Pawling and a strikeout. Swinging strikeout, right?
That's right.
From Javier Santiago, the third baseman, who's 2-inning at bat as he was up after the throw, the caught stealing from Jack Sheldon on to Brian Scott.
Golner, and now Evan Dunn has 3 strikeouts as the pitcher, Tommy Poulin, will step in. Junior will face the sophomore Dunn, who is the younger brother of star senior pitcher. We
have yet to see, I think.
Well, yeah, because the game you and I did against Tuckahoe, Alicia Rodriguez, their number 2 pitcher, pitched because it was their 3rd day in a row. But tomorrow, are you doing that game tomorrow? No, right?
No.
No, me either. But they're doing, they're playing Mamaroneck.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
Here at Rhineck, so she should pitch against Magrino. And a liner
What
back
a
to
nice
Dunn.
catch.
And just sticks up the glove and catches it
Easily made it look very easy and defending himself, and a nice play by Dunn. And there is 2 away as he looks for a 1-2-3 inning after stranding the runner at third in the first inning.
Strike. Ooh. Just outside.
Yeah, just a little bit
Ball.
outside on the top corner.
It was close.
Yeah. But that would be a good game to watch tomorrow. Magrino versus Dunn, maybe, like you said. That would be a good matchup.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, here at Rhineck. Mamaroneck, Magrino. She's just a junior, and Dunn's a senior now, but she's...
As you've seen with the Mamaroneck games, Magrino is a strikeout queen out there. She
The
carries a lot
the
of
game we
batters.
did, yeah.
Rob didn't tell us, but I don't think he knew, but they put on Twitter after the game, it was their 300 strikeout that game.
Oh, wow.
The game we did against, who they play? York? Did they play Yorktown? No, White Plains.
That was the first one
You
we
and
did.
I, yeah, White Plains. The one they won in the 6th inning, they scored 3 runs. The 6th inning, they scored 3 runs. They won 3-1. Magrino got a hit against White
No, it
Plains.
was
You and I
Scarsdale.
did it.
Scarsdale. Yeah, we did Scarsdale too.
No, we just did White Plains, not Scarsdale.
We did Scarsdale as well.
For girls. I think you must have did Scarsdale with somebody else. Softball?
It was a Scarsdale Raiders, Rhinebeck Panthers game. I mean, Mamaroneck Tigers. Unless it was Rhinebeck Panthers versus Scarsdale.
No.
Because we did Rhinebeck Tuckahoe.
Oh, it was White Plains because
Because I know.
we did a White Plains game. It was the first game. It was called at strike
Oh,
three
that's right.
for Evan Dunn. And
One man left on base by the walk.
so we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, new pitcher. It'll be the center fielder, Brian Beeler, coming in for Pawling. You see, replaced Tommy Pawling. And it's like Pawling is at third. Javier Jack Goliner, the second baseman, is at first. Tyler Schlib, the first baseman, is in center.
And that would be it right there, yeah.
And no, Santiago, the third baseman, is at second.
Tamucci
Strikeout.
strikes out.
Back to the top of the lineup, and Jack Sheldon, who popped out to second to start the game.
Wild pitch.
Ball one. And Sheldon's pitch will be a fly ball to left field, and it'll be misplayed by the left fielder, and that'll be really
Outstanding
misplayed.
double.
It's a double. So it was misplayed there.
2 miscues early in this game for Pawling. First baseman couldn't get it in the first inning, and now left fielder misplayed that one as well. There's a lot of sun out there, Charlie.
Yep. Ball one. Ball 2-0.
Collins started the first inning with the parade of that they went on with those 4 runs with that walk with the 1 out last inning.
Strike 2-1. Bunt hit for Kelly, and he's safe. So he bunts it out as he bunts for a single. Sheldon advanced to third, and Brian Scott will be up, who had an RBI double already. Advanced to the third on the throw, so a base hit for Colin Kelly on a bunt single with 1 away as Rhinebeck looks to add to their 4-0 lead. So Scott looking to get another hit. Got that double in the first and going to second, but I'll have to come back as Kelly. It's a foul ball straight back.
coach didn't like, yelled something there. Maybe he was supposed to take that pitch to let him steal, so he would have second and third, because he fouled it back as Coach Carlucci gave the sign there. Might have wanted him to take it so they could have stole second instead of fouled it up. And now Kelly goes, swung and missed. 1-2 count. Second and third for Brian Scott. Stolen base, even though they didn't contest it. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 as Scott will strike out. And the 4 strikeouts for Pawling as a team, 2 for Tommy Pawling, and now 2 for Beeler in this inning. Strike.
Anthony Maselli had a single and an RBI in the first inning.
And he scored a run.
That's right.
Ball, 1-1. And that one is popped up, foul, out of play. Ball. Maselli takes
Ball
full
3.
count now.
I think 3-1 still.
And that'll be hit to the second baseman and thrown over to first, end of the inning. So that was to Jake Goliner. Actually, Javier Santiago came in on the substitution. There'll be 2 left on with 2 hits and no runs. Still 4-0 Panthers. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Peter Vera, I'm Troy McGraw. Our cameramen are Sean Kelly, Rob Moretti, who's also the LMC Varsity Sports producer, and Jareel Samister, who's all the way out in the football press box getting the shots from center field that you see on your television or on YouTube, wherever you're watching, is swung and missed by Beeler. As he is the leadoff hitter, pitching now.
Ball 2.
It's completely false. I know it's fake. It's not, you know it's just a joke. I know it's good to know. They get to know.
As Beeler will take ball 4, so he'll walk after getting a base hit in the first inning.
Come on, he's out. Be safe.
So Dunn will pitch. There's a ball there. 1-1. And foul. 1-2. And taking off for second and able to stay out of the force out or possible double play, although it probably would have beat it is a Beeler as he was stealing on it. So it's a ground out to Michael Colasanti, and there's one away for, as Pawling will bring up their 3-hitter, Jake Goliner, who was caught stealing to end the first inning after he walked. An interesting pitch to swing at. Nick Grande grounded out to second there.
No, isn't he?
As Goliner will come up because Beeler led off the inning and walked. Pawling, that's a balk. As they tell him to step off, done, and he does. And they realize it, but they will have a discussion here. Got to count that mound visit, take one off their total.
Luckily, they don't do that as much on varsity level. They don't count those mound visits.
They do count them, but they count them like if the coach comes out.
That's right, maybe.
Because the second in the inning, you have to come out. So Pawling looking to get their first run of the game with Beeler, who was stranded on third. They grounded to the shortstop, and Masili drops it. So that'll be an E6 as it was a low throw, and Masili couldn't scoop it fully. But that, it was because of the throw being low and bounced. So I would give an error to the shortstop there. That is Brian Scott, the first error of the game for either team. On advancing to third is Beeler. 1 out. Goliner on first. And as Goliner's on first. Beeler on third, and that is a base hit as it got through the side. A tough play. I got to give it a base hit as it, even though it went right by him, that was ripped. So that's a base hit RBI single.
That's right.
Beeler will score, and Pawling is on the board, 4-1. Tyler Schlib with the RBI single, advancing to second after reaching on the error by Scott is Jake Goliner. And that one will be bounced to short, going to third with it, and to first, and it's a double play. So a good turn there. 5-4-3. Kevin Tamucci to Michael Colasanti to Anthony Maselli, and the inning is over. So we'll be right back. 4-1. Pawling's got their first run, and the Tigers come up looking to add to their lead. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, ball from Brian Beeler. To
Connor Liguori.
The DH, Connor Liguori, was hitting for Tom Birmingham, was not fielding. New center fielder for Pawling is number 11, Joe Foster. Another ball to Liguori. 3-0.
Be no right here. Foul ball.
I think it was 3-1, right? Or 2-1.
Could be 2-1.
I don't think he would have swung.
Could be 2-1.
2-2 now. And Liguori will get a base hit. So Liguori is 2 for 2. The DH batting fifth. and he scored a run. Bugs are biting already.
Yeah,
The weather's good
Yeah.
and it's warm for the first time.
It's the mosquito time.
Gotta tell Rob to get bug spray in addition to the suntan lotion. Right, Sean?
I think he probably has some.
I think it's in the budget. Not in his bag, though, I don't think. That he brings. Rob Moretti, our LMC Varsity sports producer, and our recently new father. Was it newly, I don't know, what's that term? As he pulls back the bunt. It's got a month and a half old, little Rosie.
Pitcher
Saw her
Evan.
at the softball game.
That's right. Today we saw some yoga.
Rob's already teaching her Final Cut Pro. No, I think he uses, what did he say, Adobe? Yeah, something the other day. Beeler's pitch, they bunt it right back to Beeler. He'll throw to second and force him out. So that's a fielder's choice. The bunt was right back to Beeler
right.
by the pitcher, Evan Dunn. So that was, the second baseman covered second. Wait,
Yeah,
oh, because they stayed home. He saw it was right back at the pitcher.
that's right.
So he stayed home there, but usually he has to charge because the pitcher was going to get it. So that's a 1-3 fielder's choice. Fielder's choice. Dunn will be on first, and he's trying to steal second, and he's out. As they got him on the tag, the throw beat him there. He tried to matrix around the tag and nearly did, but then he was tagged out. So caught stealing. The second baseman got that. Caught stealing 2-4. Second caught stealing of the game. First done by Pawling. It's Michael Colasanti who
We got that bloop single in the first that scored 2.
2 RBI bloop single. And that one will be a base hit. Colasanti with a much harder hit one. Right up the middle, no doubt about it. It's the first one was blooped. That could have been a run if you got the bunt down.
That's
If you
right.
didn't bunt him right back at the pitcher. Although it was hit pretty hard, it might not have scored him the way he was running. Who was that? Ligori?
Yeah, Ligori's a pretty.
Yeah, he's their ace pitcher.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I was overhearing some people saying that he tries to rely more on hitting and pitching than to actual the fielding
I think
perspective.
he used to play first a little or third, but yeah, he more pitches and I guess just hits when he doesn't pitch. Strike.
That's right. That's correct. Already showing he already has 2 singles in this game.
What?
For Conor Ligori, I was saying.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Even though, yeah, they forced him out, scored a run.
At the plate is Matt Galstian. Struck out his
Galston.
first time.
Galston struck out looking to end the long first inning where they scored 4 runs. Trying not to strike out for the second time, and he won't, and he'll get a base hit. And it'll be played.
Now that single probably would have scored that runner.
Yep. But as my dad would say, you never know what would have happened.
Exactly.
You never know if he could have got that hit with the guys in scoring position, or the pitch would have been the same, or I mean, he still would have been in the stretch and that, but you never know what would have happened. And maybe they would have been playing, the outfield might have, probably not in, but they might have been a little over where that may have been catchable. And nearly running into Colasanti, not seeing it, was Galliston, but he was able to retreat as he got a huge secondary lead on that pitch, but as it went towards third, so Colasanti didn't break for third. Ball to Tamucci, who struck out swinging, who will come up in back-to-back innings as he led off the third.
Another ball to Tamucci.
Ball 4. Walked the leadoff hitter, Sheldon, who had that, not a bloop, but a double that kind of was misplayed in left field.
Got that double, yeah, that's right. And then he...
So I'll have the bases loaded. Looking to add to the lead as
Coach Carlucci was talking to Sheldon.
maybe telling him to take a pitch.
Because he just walked him on 4 straight pitches. They could have just given him the take sign. I think it was the Met game on Sunday. The umpire didn't allow the third base coach. He went over, I think was it Adrian or somebody else? Maybe it was a pitcher who was up. And he went over and told him something. And then like 2 pitches later, he wanted to do it again. And the umpire told him, no, you can't. As it'll be a hard hit ground ball, but right back at the pitcher. And Beeler will field his position perfectly and flip to the first baseman for Pawling, Tyler Schlib. So at the end of 3 innings, it's 4-1. Rhineck. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, alongside Peter Vera, I'm Troy McGraw. Our cameramen are Jareel Semister, Rob Moretti, who's also the Varsity Sports producer, and Sean Kelly. It'll be Evan Dunn pitching. And up now for Pawling. Evan Dunn's still pitching. Up now for Pawling will be Tommy Poland, who started the game on the mound, and 3 unassisted, nice play, taking himself the sure way, was the first baseman Anthony Maselli. Alex Silcera will come up. He walked in his first at bat. Sarah will take it from Dunn. First pitch, strike 1, right down the middle. Strike 3, I'll look it. Quick strikeout, so that is strikeout number... I didn't have one last inning. Strikeout number 5. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 now. It's 5, and that'll bring up John Bell. No, the new batter. This is the center fielder who came in the game, so he replaced John Belmonte. Is the lefty, first lefty either side. Well, actually, lefty batting is Colin Kelly, but this is Joe Foster. Joe Foster, he came in last inning. He's playing center field, so they took out Belmonte. Came in the bottom of the 3rd. And hitting in the 8th spot, foul. So the check swing, and they want to check it, but they won't. And home plate umpire, despite the complaint from the coach Bobby Rodriguez, wasn't that the guy? Oh no, that was Benny Rodriguez from Sandlot. So that'll be a strikeout. Second of the inning, 6 strikeouts now, and off the bench Joe Foster came. Well, he played the third, and he strikes out. So end of 3.5. Rhinebeck leads 4-1. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports after the lone lefty hitting for Pawling, Joe Foster came off the bench, strikes out. The lone lefty batter, Colin Kelly, who's had a productive 1-for-1 with a walk, a run scored, a single, and a stolen base, and another single to start the inning for Colin Kelly. So he is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, a stolen base, a run scored, and a walk in the bottom of the 4th. That was a quick top of the 4th.
Yeah, it was a 3 up, 3 down for
just what Dunn needed with the complete game, because the first inning he had a lot of He had a lot of pitches. He threw a pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Ball. 1-0.
Oh, he swung.
Swung on and missed. Yeah. The view here is horrible. Really need to do a better job at the view. He needed a little press box here or something. And that one will be ripped by Scott. Just foul. Looking for his second extra base hit of the game.
Had a nice ribby double in the first where he advanced to third on a throw to home plate, which scored Colin Kelly.
Kelly gets his lead. Brian Beeler. That's a wild pitch. He'll stand up. That was outside. It's at the Mamaroneck field. You're on an angle, and you can see above. It's better for announcing. Is here you.
Brian Beeler has.
If Sean wasn't filming, we'd be all right. It's tall one.
Take any ball over here.
Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Scott. He's got 2 now to go along with that RBI double. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Decent pace. Not too dry. It helped the last quick inning in this game, as Maselli will be up. Started on a couple minutes late. Pawling has an hour and a half trip. No exaggeration.
Maselli has an RBI single in the first, and he grounded to second in the second.
And a strike there, 1-1 to him here in. Here in the 4th, as it is. As he is the 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter. Strike taken, 1 and 2. And that'll be a bloop base hit. And he'll have to hold at third. As when it was blooped, he got started to retreat, did Colin Kelly. Wasn't 100% sure if it was going to stay, but at that point where he was, if it wasn't going to stay, he would have been a dead duck for a double play.
That's right.
So he just kept going. But Coach Carlucci, I don't think he stopped him, but he was right in front of him. So Maselli will have his second hit of the game. He'll be on first.
A few bloop singles here in this game so far for Ryan Sean. Charlie. This is struggling here today with the names.
It's okay. As Maselli with a delayed steal, and he'll be able to take it as they don't want to throw it down and then score. Technically, it's a stolen base.
As a reminder, we have 3 cameramen, Sean Kelly, Rob Moretti, our producer, and
Jarrell. Semister.
who's all the way in the press
A
box.
suicide squeeze to perfection, and it'll be a base hit. What a play, Connor Liguori. They did not expect that, and that is how you do the suicide squeeze to perfection, and Rhinebeck has a 5-1 lead. They did not see that one coming.
Not at all.
Rhinebeck's advantage. Great call by Coach Carlucci, and it'll be first and third. So it's an RBI bunt single for Liguori.
There's a pinch runner coming in for Rhinebeck.
And the pinch runner will be number 20, your buddy Pedro Cueto.
Good family out.
The final Pedro Cueto to come through.
That's right.
The Rhinebeck School. Pedro Cueto, the third Pedro Cueto of the brothers. Football star. Scored 5 touchdowns in a game this year.
Oh, wow.
Interviewed him after. He was almost speechless.
The whole brotherhood, right?
He was quiet, but he'll try and steal second, and he will. Stolen base, Pedro Cueto.
Go, Pedro.
All 3 brothers are named Pedro.
Yeah, I played football.
The first brother was very good. The middle brother was, I think, a cornerback, more special teams player. The first and third brothers were both star running backs on the football team. And that'll be a base hit. Cueto will be waved home, and he will score as they cut it off. And it is a 2 RBI single for Evan Dunn, and he helps his own cause, and the Panthers are up 7-1.
What a nice hit by Evan Dunn to help out his own cause right there. And great move by Coach Carlucci by bringing in Pedro Cueto to pinch run for Liguori out there. Pedro Cueto is more agile, more of a speedster out there on the bases than Connor Liguori, who's most known to be a pitcher and a hitter.
After the RBI suicide squeeze by Liguori, Cueto scores the run. And Rhinebeck leads 7-1. As we look to have our first win here on LMC Varsity Sports of a Rhinebeck baseball game. Coach Carlucci always reminds us of. Thanks for a jinx filming them. And I think he returned to coach here, I think 3 years ago, right?
That's right.
So since his return, this is his 3rd season. And we do like 2 or 3 games a year. All those games that he's returned, they haven't won. I think so, like 0-6 or like 2 or 3. I think they did 3 last year, 3 the year before. So that'd be 0-5, 0-6. And this is the first of this year. As it's popped up and caught, Colasanti retired for the first time. So he had 2 singles. As that was caught by the first baseman.
That's right. FO3. But the thing is, Trilly, that Coach Carlucci doesn't know is that Peter Vera has yet to commentate on any of his games since he has been back.
Himself in the 3rd person.
So maybe he's got a good luck charm now.
He calls you that, right? Peter Vera?
Yeah.
He doesn't call you Peter, he says Peter Vera.
He goes the full name.
Did he say that today? What did he say?
Yeah, when
Really?
he saw me, yeah. But if you ask Kevin McQuaid and other people over here in Rhinebeck, I had a nickname over here, which I won't say online
On air.
on air.
Rhinebeck, even though they're up 7-1, they stranded 3 runners in the third, 2 in the second, and 1 in the first. Left 6 guys on base. And that'll be a base hit. And going first to third will be Evan Dunn. Matt Galliston with his second hit after striking out in the first inning. Back-to-back singles for him and at-bats. And it'll be in back-to-back innings. It'll be first and third.
1 out.
And the 9-hitter, Kevin Camucci, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk.
Low. Strike 1-1. Rhinebeck looking to add in this inning. The men on third.
Pitcher Evan Dunn on third after a 2 RBI single. And Galliston trying to get caught in a rundown, see what they'll do. And coming home, and that's a design play as they'll score, so that's how you do it. They are really getting in the head of Pawling. Pawling had no idea with that bunt single, and they took off there while he was on the mound, and they didn't know what to do. They went at him, and they threw
moves.
it. Who threw? They threw it. He threw it to shortstop. The shortstop threw it home, so that's an E6 because he threw a wild throw. They would have had him.
Yeah.
And scoring was done. So
great heads-up running also by Dunn.
And an and Galliston advances on the E6, and that'll be a strikeout. So E6, so they scored 4 runs.
I'll try 4 runs in this bottom
Maselli,
of the 4th.
Kelly, the pinch runner Cueto, and Dunn all score. And they steal a run too on that last play. Actually, on the suicide squeeze as well. So we'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Rhinebeck doubles their lead, 8-1. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Peter Vera, I'm Sean McGraw, 9-hitter Thomas Bellucci. Ball 1. Evan Dunn now has a 8-1 lead on the mound. 2-0.
All runs in the first and in the 4th. 4-4.
Fouls one off. It's not the swing you want on a 2-0 pitch.
No.
Don't just foul it off. You might as well just take it. It was like a defensive swing. It was like if the pitch was 1-2 or 0-2. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. So Bellucci sat down for the second time, and it'll be the leadoff hitter.
He's still up. Strike 2. That was strike 2.
Foul. You guys watch though. I bet he strikes out. It was that swing that confused me because on that pitch,
it was a 2-0 pitch.
It was 2-0 pitch,
yeah.
And he fouled it off like it was a. What's the coach saying, that he got hit with it?
That's what it looks like. This coach is struggling a lot. Has been arguing a few calls already with the umps here today.
Well, we saw him yelling at his team because he didn't like when they came in from the bus. Half the 10 guys were walking one way, and then like the 4 guys were behind. They weren't walking in as a team, like all the teams were supposed to. So he was angry.
That's right.
Told you he was out. He called him for a strikeout. I told you that.
He's still up at the plate.
No, they just said new batter.
Okay.
That's a different guy.
Oh, now he's okay.
See, the other guy's in the dugout. That's Bellucci.
Yeah.
Not Bellucci. Beeler. Strikeout.
So an interesting strikeout there. I told you guys. Foul, but that foul ball wasn't. Bugs are really biting. 1-0. Leadoff hitter Beeler walked, singled, stole 2 bases, scored the only run. Back to Dunn, and he finally retires, Brian Beeler. As he throws to Masili, and there's 2 away. He's looking for back-to-back 1-2-3 innings.
That's right.
First time that he got a 1-2-3 inning was the last inning.
That's right. He could have had one in the second inning, but got a walk. He walked one of the hitters.
Rob Moretti just reminded me, our community sports producer and our extraordinaire, the new rule, if Rhinebeck scores 3 runs, if they don't allow any runs here and they score 3 runs, they're up 11-1 after 5, the game will be over, as Sean's favorite announcer, Gary Cohen, would say. The ball game is over. No, but they would win by a mercy rule, 10-run, if they're up by 10 after 5.
So
if they score 3 more runs in the next inning, the game is over.
So what happened yesterday with the runs would have...
That was for 5 innings. That was a 5-inning game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless they scored other runs. As the liner is snagged on the leap, as Nick Grande hit a hard one opposite field, but it's caught by Maselli, and it's a back-to-back 1-2-3. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, leadoff hitter Jack Sheldon will be up for Rhinebeck. Ball 1. It'll be 1-2-3 to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Strike 1, 1-1.
It's ball 2.
Oh, they have a game that we're announcing on Thursday, so if you can end the game after the 5 innings and stuff, that's what you want to do.
Some extra rest after yesterday's game as well.
Yeah, in case you need relief pitchers in that game. But Gavin Greenhill warming up in the bullpen behind the dugout. And that'll be a base hit in the gap over the head of the right fielder and between the right and center fielder.
Sheldon's going to go for 3.
And he will be safe, a stand-up triple for Jack Sheldon. And it'll be man on third and no out with Colin Kelly, who's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and a stolen base. Up now. The only lefty batter in the lineup as well. So Sheldon he had that gift double that was misplayed and left by it was Bill Monte at the time. He's out of the game now. And that'll be a wild pitch, and Sheldon will score. So it's 9-1 now.
Looks like there might be those 3 runs coming in. Not so sure yet.
Well,
still need.
If you keep jinxing it, it won't happen. 1-0 though, that first pitch. So he tripled, and then first pitch was a wild pitch, and he scored.
Colin Kelly has been having a good day at the plate. A walk, 2 singles, stolen base.
2 runs. 1-1 now. Strike 2, 1-2.
Foul tip.
Still 1-2. Foul.
Ball.
3-2. Brian Scott. Ooh. RBI double. Struck out twice. Actually, now it's 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
2-2
right.
there.
3-2 count now. Full count. Kelly looking to work his way on the base for the 4th time today.
Walk, 2 singles, run scored, and he rips one foul past first base coach Nick DeSanto. Another foul. Colin Kelly out of play. Umpire catcher hustle after it, but it goes out of play. Still full count. Now 8 pitches. So 9th pitch of the at-bat coming.
That's right. Colin's really working on Brian Beeler. Brian Beeler, who came in the 2nd inning
Actually, it might be the 8th
for
pitch.
Tommy Pawling.
He's pitched since then, and he hits one right at Sean Kelly. Foul. Out of play. Good throw there. Rob gets out of the way now. Kelly, you would think this is a this isn't an 8-run lead here. He's fouling off all these pitches. That ball was waterlogged. It was heavy. Slipped right out of my hand. Did not make the play like in the softball game.
That's right.
I knew that would be tough to repeat.
Ball 4, and he works that walk. Great at bat by Colin Kelly. No relation to Sean Kelly.
Kelly's a common name.
A lot of Kellys in this area.
And according to you, a lot of Sean's too. And that'll be foul.
Brian Scott, who had that very good smoked double in the 1st inning between the left center field gap that made him then advance to 3rd on a throw to home that scored Colin Kelly in the 1st inning. And then he struck out twice. And then he hits it again.
Base hit. So Scott is the close out the game run at first.
That's right.
If he scores, everybody leaves. Be over.
That's if you want to stay, you can stay.
But there's no outs, Masili. As it was a triple by Sheldon, who scored on the wild pitch, walk by Kelly, who's on 2nd, and Scott just singled with Masili, who is 2 for 3, with 2 runs scored, a stolen base, and an RBI at the plate. Strike 1. Ball. And that'll be a base hit and a late jump, but picking it up is the shortstop, and scoring with ease is Colin Kelly. So an RBI single and a 3-for-4 afternoon for Anthony Maselli. And the Mercy Rule winning run is on second with no outs.
That's right.
And it'll be Connor Liguori who will re-enter. Pedro Cueto, when he pinch ran, you're allowed to re-enter into the game in high school varsity, and that's what Liguori will do, and he'll take.
Strike one.
Yep. So 2 RBIs.
Liguori was the guy who did that amazing sacrifice bunt on a man on third.
No, it was a suicide squeeze.
Suicide squeeze, that's right.
Bunt.
That's what I meant, I'm
And
sorry.
he got a hit out of it, an RBI, and he had a base hit in the first inning, and another hit. And
Runners
wild
advance.
pitch. So second and third was a wild pitch.
Liguori has a chance to
End the game.
That's right.
And infield, understandably in, and Liguori will bloop it to right, and it'll be caught by the right fielder, but tagging with the game-ending run will be Brian Scott. So a Mercy Rule 11-1 win for Rhinebeck after they were Mercy Ruled by KO yesterday. So a RBI sac fly by Connor Liguori ends the game, and the Panthers will win this one in a Mercy Ruled shortened game by a score of 11-1. 4 runs in the first, 4 in the fourth, and 3 in the fifth, and they just had 1 out when the Mercy Rule winning run was scored.
Right. It was a good game by Rhinebeck. All in all, everybody played very well here today. You can't complain about Rhinebeck. After a tough loss yesterday, they bounced back very well here against Pawling, who were 7-7, now go 7-8. Rhinebeck, who were 10-5, now go 11-5. So that would wrap it up for us, right? Johnny?
No, we'll be right back. We'll interviews, post-game analysis. We'll interview your buddy, coach, and we'll choose a player probably. And we'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here with starting pitcher Evan Dunn, who got the win today, 7 strikeouts. And Evan, what led to your success on the mound today? Only gave up 1 run.
I think it was just throwing strikes, then making plays in the field.
And the plays in the field and your hitting as well. With not only your hitting, but you got a lot of support from the offense today. That's got to help.
Yeah, it does. Just where I've been in the order, I hit after Connor, who's been hitting really well recently. So it's easy to hit well if he is.
And has your older sister given you any advice for all the success she's had in the circle as a pitcher? And even though softball is different than baseball?
Yeah, just watching her is how I try to play too.
Back here with Coach Joe Carlucci, and Coach, it was a good win for you guys, 11-1. You spread the runs out, 4 in the first and 4 in the fourth. What was the key to today's win?
Really good job by us of putting the ball in play. We executed a squeeze play. We ran the bases well. Those are keys for us offensively because we don't have a lot of guys that are going to bang it over the fence. We have to do those things to win.
So fundamentals is the key today, and you only made 1 error. So
correct. We practice running the bases every single day for at least 10 minutes, and we also worry about our defense. And those are the keys to victory. Scoring 20 runs is not going to happen for us. We have to make sure we defend.
And what did you like from Evan Dunn today? He pitched a good game.
Evan Dunn early on struggled with his control, but then he found it probably after the second inning and pounded the strike zone, especially once we got the lead. That's what we look for. Second good outing in a row for him.
And so the keys for you guys coming into your next games are the fundamentals. What do you work on in practice between games?
We're definitely going to do a lot of individual work. We need to do a little better job of keeping guys close at second base. And then we'll take BP tomorrow a little bit.
All right, thanks. Back here on the post-game show, the final score was 11
8-1, and Peter, it was a good win for Rhinebeck, and they were able to answer, and they made, as Coach Carlucci told me, the fundamentals. Only one error, and they executed a suicide squeeze and just did the basic things and was able to win this game 11-1.
That's correct there, Charlie. You know, Rhinebeck did everything they had to do today to bounce back from a tough loss yesterday against KO. So it was a very important game for Rhinebeck today. So let's see what happens moving on forward after this great win today.
So Rhinebeck is now 11-5. Pawling is now 7-8. A lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the CEO, Eric Lewis, COO, Matt Sullivan, community sports producer is Mr. Rob Moretti for our cameraman, Jareel Semister, and Sean Kelly, and Rob Moretti. Once again, for Peter Vera, I'm Troy McGraw saying thanks so much for watching and have a great evening.